And Fletcher Brown back with another video blog on our website, kicks96country.com. Thanks for joining us. We pop in from time to time with a new artist visit here at our radio stations in Florence and Muscle Shoals, Alabama, bringing the new artist, and the new music right to you, our web viewers. Now, with me today is Ken Domash. Ken Domash has a single out on country radio right now called Country Fried. Country Fried, not I just want to say Country Fried. It's lunchtime.
Tastes better fried.
Lunchtime, it's Country Fried. Country Fried is the name of the single. And Ken is here with us, come all the way from St. Louis, is that correct?
Yeah, drove in.
So now, are you from St. Louis or do you live in Nashville now?
I live in St. Louis, my whole family's in St. Louis, and I drive to Nashville a lot.
Well, it's not that far a drive, sure.
No, I mean, 5 hours. I mean, you have lunch, you're there for dinner. You know, even getting here, it was about 9 hours.
Really?
Yeah, that used to seem crazy.
You're doing your radio tour now.
Yeah, you get used to driving, and all you do is just follow that little purple line on the Garmin and just write songs, make notes, and whatever. And there you go. So
now you are actually you're more than just an artist, guitar player. You actually write. You write like all the songs in your CD.
All the songs, yeah. I mean, the only reason I'm out doing them is that they came through me, and I mean, it's just all part of the gig.
Okay. So tell me about the single, the Country Fried. Let's talk about the first single off this album.
The first single is really an introduction. It basically tells people about me and how I became countryfied. And if you see the video, it has me in a suit and a fancy convertible in the downtown St. Louis, kind of in the work business mode. And then I see some smoking hot gal walk by who's actually my wife.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she's actually smoking hot in the video. And we literally got up on a Sunday morning, and I'm like, let's race to church, and we're coming back. I gave my son the camera, so he was a cameraman. And my wife, I just said, put on some tight jeans, and we're going downtown. And I put a tie on and kept the suit, and we filmed the whole thing. Well, answer your question, though. The countryfied, it was basically just realizing how my life kind of progressed and went through the business deal, and the next thing you know, all of your family functions are on farms, and you're playing your guitar on the front porch, and you have a good grounded life. I have kids and a wife, and that's all part of being countryfied.
All right, well, talk about that good grounded life. Like, where did Ken Domash come from? I mean, from childhood. Were you born and raised in St. Louis? Or?
Yes, I've lived my whole life. I've gone to school in St. Louis. I've always worked in St. Louis. My mom and dad live in St. Louis. My wife's mom and dad live in St. Louis. She's always lived in St. Louis. Pretty, that's our nucleus. That's right there. So
was music a part of your family young life growing up, or did
not at all?
Late?
In second grade, we haven't had a chance to talk. So it's cool. You're here at the same time. In second grade, I remember I was in class, and the teacher told me to get in the back and be quiet and stop singing. And I mean, I remember it vividly. She's like, "You're loud. Get in the back." And I'm like, "Okay." And I never, ever, never, ever sang my entire life. Not ever. In church, I still feel really weird singing. My daughter looks at me. She's like, "You don't sing." I'm like, kind of ironic, isn't it? It's like that was just. And long story short, I was invited to a wedding with my wife, and we got to it. We figured it was our neighbor, and we figured it would be a big wedding. We're neighbors. I didn't even know the groom at all. And we get to it, and at the church, we were the only people in the church. And I thought, oh my gosh, nobody's going to this. How embarrassing is this? They did the whole wedding, and we're like, okay, well, we'll go to the reception. Maybe everybody will show up. We get to the reception, and we're waiting for people to show up. Nothing. We sit at a big table with the family that came in from Ireland and England, and they started singing the toast, the Father, and we're like, what in the world's going on? And they basically cleared the restaurant out around us because nobody liked it. Oh, this is funny. So everybody's singing, and I'm just kind of observing, and the mother of the groom said, "Kenny, sing a song." And I'm like, that's not my gig. And she goes, "Oh, sing a song." And I sang an Elvis song. You just tell me the whole story of the station, and what do I know? I know some Elvis, so I started doing an Elvis.
Well, everybody knows some Elvis. Everybody knows at least one Elvis.
You grow up on Elvis. So I just tried a song and got through it. And she looks at me and she goes, "You're really good. You should sing." Bam.
The rest is history.
That was 6 years ago. The next day I bought a guitar, and I've just been learning and practicing, and the songs just started to kind of come out. And I usually put a video camera on and see what I'm playing because I'm not that great with what the notes are. And then I kind of circle back and go, what was that song? Kind of clean it up, and then started taking them out to Nashville.
And you were drawn to country music?
Yeah, it was funny. I didn't know what the music was. I mean, the first song I ever recorded was called Saddle Up. You'd think you'd know. I was like, what type is it? Is it rock? What is it? A producer, Dave Bechtel in Nashville, heard it. And I even said to him, I go, what is the genre? If you were to categorize. He's like, it's pretty obvious. I'm like, he's like, it's country, rock, but country. So that was, like, okay, very clear. So.
Well, I mean, rock has some very real roots in country and blues and all of that. So.
All of it. Elvis and
very much.
All of that really has a lot of the same stuff. Especially when you play it acoustically, you can turn it into almost anything when you're playing a song acoustic. And a couple of the songs I did acoustic almost had more of a Nirvana sound to them on this current CD.
Really?
Yeah, it was more of a
Yeah.
But on the actual CD, boy, we brought in all the guys. We had the guy doing the full chords of the acoustic. The guy came in with the steel pedal and the fiddle, and the next thing you know, it was a very dark country song. And it had some build. But boy, it was the most incredible experience.
Man, okay, well, we're going to come back in a minute and we're going to talk about how to get Ken Domash music, but